Hi, I'm Dr. Lois Frankel with another tip for how you can tell people to go to hell so they look forward to the trip. Today, what I want to talk about is understanding the language of other people. And I'm not talking about speaking French or Italian or German. I'm talking about the language that people use to filter information. All of us have a filter that we use in communicating with others. We may not always be aware of it, but if you can be aware of your own filters and also those preferences of others, you're more likely to be able to influence them in the way that you want to. So let me tell you what those four are. The first one is data, facts, and figures. People who like data, facts, and figures are not going to be influenced by you being friendly or by you getting to the point quickly. These are people that you have to prepare your communication in advance and ensure that you have all the data needed to answer what questions they may have. The second style that people use to filter information is feelings. And these are people, and you know these people because you go into their office and they've got plants and they've got pictures of their kids and their dog and so forth. You know these people, and in order to influence them, you need to have a little small talk first. And then when you present your ideas, make sure you present your ideas in a way that show that you took other people's feelings, other people's needs, other people's preferences into account, because that's really what they want to know. You may say that you did an informal poll, or you may say that you checked around. And these are the ideas that you came up with that people were most fond of. Okay? So make sure with people who value feelings that you show that you took into consideration the impact of your ideas on people. The third style is the style that we call action-oriented. And these are people who they don't want the data, facts, and figures, and they don't want you to schmooze with them. What they want is the bottom line. And you know these people because their offices are usually kind of a mess because they just don't take the time to clean it. There's piles everywhere, but if you ask them, they're very organized piles. But with these people, you need to get to your bottom line quickly. And so often using those headline communications are going to get you there. You give your main point, you give a couple of supporting points, and then they usually want to know, do we go or do we not go with this idea? So really gear it towards making a decision and taking action. And then the fourth style that people use is ideas, concepts, theories. These are people who usually want to be on the cutting edge of things. In their offices, if there's art, it's often modern art. Or you might see things on their desk like a Rubik's Cube or other kinds of toys. Because these are people that are involved in ideas and theories and concepts, and you need to show that you took into consideration what is the latest and greatest that's going around or people's best practices in a particular arena. So those are the four styles that people use to communicate. Those are the four languages: data, facts, and figures, feelings, action, and ideas. If you will put your communications into one of those styles, when you know you're speaking with a particular kind of person, you're going to be much more likely to be able to influence them. And if you're like some people and you're thinking, well, isn't that kind of manipulative? Of course not. If you were in another country, you would speak the language of the other person. So when you're at work, speak the language of the other person too. This is Dr. Lois Frankel with your tip for how you can tell people to go to hell so they look forward to the trip, and I'll be back next week with more.